All right, so this video is all about daily weight tracking, how and why to weigh yourself daily for best results. Understanding daily weight fluctuations is the key to staying motivated, making informed decisions, and achieving your health goals with confidence. So I always say weigh yourself daily or not at all. This is because infrequent weigh ins are a ticking time bomb and they lead us to make decisions with faulty data and can wreak havoc on our emotions. Here's why. So, for example, let's imagine you're losing weight consistently, and on Monday, you step on the scale, you're 150 pounds. Then the following Monday, you step on the scale 152. Panic starts to set in. You tell yourself you're failing, that you'll never make progress. Maybe you even slash your calories in desperation. But here's what you didn't see. The night before the second weigh in, you drank extra water, you had an intense leg workout, which will cause inflammation, and you enjoyed sushi for dinner. So, hello, volume and salt induced water retention. You woke up heavier, but it wasn't fat gain, it was just a natural fluctuation. So here is where the power of daily data comes in. If you'd weighed yourself every day for 2 weeks and you could calculate the average of those 2 weeks, you would see that you're actually down a pound and not up. Daily tracking reveals the real trend hidden behind the noise. So let's look at some causes here of daily weight fluctuations. Your weight can swing by several pounds from day to day, and it has nothing to do with actual fat gain or loss. But understanding these factors does help you stay calm and focused on the bigger picture. So, for one, water retention from sodium. So, high sodium meals like restaurant food, takeout, or processed items can cause your body to temporarily hold 1 to 5 pounds of water just overnight. Your carbohydrate intake will cause fluctuations. Carbs store water, about 3 to 4 grams of water per gram of glycogen. So, a high carb day can make your weight jump even when calories are actually on track. Your hydration levels, of course, so drinking more or less water than usual affects the scale. Dehydration is going to drop your weight temporarily, and then rehydration will bring it back up again. So, some other factors, hormonal fluctuations. Both men and women will have hormone fluctuations off of stress, but also too for women, menstrual cycles, ovulation, and PMS, 2 to 8 pounds of temporary water weight. Your dehydration and bowel movements, so fiber intake, meal timing, digestion speed, all matter. If you're eating later meals, that means food is still digesting in the morning. Also, constipation can add multiple pounds temporarily. Alcohol consumption. So, alcohol is going to cause an initial dehydration. So, the scale might drop the next morning, followed by a rebound in water retention. So, the scale is going to then rise up a little bit more. So, the second day, you'll see that rise. And it also slows digestion and recovery down a bit, which is also going to cause the fluctuation. Exercise and inflammation. So, hard workouts can cause muscle inflammation. Your muscles store extra water for repair. So, it's completely normal to weigh more after an intense training session. Your sleep quality and duration. So, poor sleep is going to raise cortisol, which leads to water retention. Short sleep also disrupts your body's hydration balance. And then you've just got random variations. So, we want to decrease these as much as possible. Inconsistencies like weighing later in the day or weighing after eating something or on a different scale, those things can cause 1 to 3 pounds of natural fluctuation without any real cause. So, just an important reminder, just because these factors are causing fluctuations does not mean you aren't making progress. You can still be losing body fat and moving forward. The scale just doesn't always reflect it immediately. So you can think of it like your checking account. If you'd only checked your bank balance randomly once per month, you might think you're broke, or you might look at it and you'll think you're rich. And it just depends on when the bills came out and when you got paid. So the scale works the exact same way. One random data point tells you almost nothing, but daily tracking reveals the full financial picture, or in this case, your actual weight trend. Good news though is you do start to know what to expect. So the more you weigh yourself daily, the more patterns you're going to recognize, and you'll stop panicking over normal fluctuations, and you'll start understanding your body's rhythms. So, for example, I know that when I go get sushi for dinner with my husband, that my weight's going to be a bit higher than normal just because I've seen it happen time and time again. So I don't freak out. Same thing with hard workouts. My body tends to be more inflamed. I hold more water. So I don't make drastic changes like lowering my calories once again because I've seen it happen repeatedly. This knowledge is empowering. So instead of reacting emotionally to every scale reading, you learn to expect certain fluctuations and trust the process. Progress is rarely linear. Weight loss does not ever happen in a straight line. Your body holds water, it sheds it, it retains it again, all while you're burning fat consistently in the background. But here's the truth, if you stay consistent long enough, your progress will start to look more linear. So these ups and downs that you see in this graph over here, they're going to smooth out over time. The more data points that we add into this, the more we're going to zoom out and the more this is just going to look like a straight line. So over time, it reveals that downward trend. All right, so remember, the scale is not just a tool. It doesn't need to control your emotions. The scale simply provides more frequent data points so that you can identify trends and make adjustments as needed. It's information, not judgment. It is not the only form of progress either. So progress shows up in many ways, like how your clothes are fitting, your energy levels, your strength gains, improved sleep, better mood, clearer skin, and the list kind of goes on and on here. So the scale is only one metric among many. So let's look at how to weigh yourself correctly. So consistency is key when it comes to daily weigh-ins. So we want to follow these guidelines just to ensure that your data is accurate and comparable as possible. So number one, we want to use the same scale on the same surface at the same time every single morning. So place your scale on a hard, flat surface, not carpet, and weigh yourself at the same time every day to minimize variables. Even different hard floors, so example like a hardwood floor and then a tile, if you're moving it to different hard surfaces, that can even just have a little bit of variation in the give that it has. So you want it to be in the same spot. You want to weigh yourself first thing in the morning after using the restroom. So that ensures your stomach is empty and your bladder is empty, and it gives you the most consistent baseline reading. You also want to make sure you have no clothing on. Clothes are just adding weight and they vary day to day. So for the most accurate reading, step on the scale naked or in minimal consistent clothing. So log your weight in the FitScript app, make it a daily habit. So after weighing yourself each morning, you want to log into the FitScript app under body stats. You'll find a place to add in the weight. You'll also find a daily habit reminder already added to your calendar. That's just going to help you stay consistent. So over time, this small daily action will reveal powerful insights into your true progress. Remember, daily weigh-ins aren't about obsession. They are about clarity, confidence, and making informed decisions on your journey. And that is it.